Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the Bad Moon's Orbit. I am Dalton Montgomery, your resident Warhammer aficionado.
And I'm Darian Smart, and I'm pretty sure that Warhammer is the name of the edgy rated R Bob the Builder live-action remake.
And we're here to tell you everything you need to know about the Age of Sigmar and the Mortal Realms.
Everything?
So, everything.
Oh,
eventually.
Okay. In time. Not in this episode.
Not in this episode.
Okay.
We're going to start small with just all of the realms.
Stellar.
As I so eloquently put it, this episode we're going to talk about the world that is. What happened after the old world was destroyed by the machinations of chaos, unless I'm saying that wrong, in which case it was destroyed by the machinations of chaos.
By the maraschino cherries of chaos.
Destroyed by the marachas of chaos.
Destroyed by the... I don't have one. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Destroyed by the marzipan of chaos.
There we go. And what happened is Sigmar floated through space, clung desperately to the corpse of the world he loved. In Age of Sigmar, space is called the etheric void.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Right. So Sigmar floats through the etheric void, clung to the corpse of the world that was for innumerable ages. There's literally no way of knowing how long he was stuck out there. He completely lost track of time. There's no sun anymore. There's no, the passage of time isn't even properly real anymore because that's one of the things that chaos took with it.
Yeah, there's no time. Time is an order, is a constant.
Mm-hmm.
The forward momentum of reality and is not.
100%. And so Sigmar just exists with all that like weight on his conscience.
My guy.
It's a bad time if you're Sigmar. But eventually, like, something changes. We don't know how long Sigmar was lost, but eventually Sigmar is found, and bonus points, he's found by a dragon.
He was found by a dragon!
So Sigmar, drifting through the etheric void for the first time in countless eons, he feels like the weight of the world that was, drifting through the void, like shift, like something has impeded its path. And he finds himself clutched in the tail of a like galaxy-spanning dragon. This dragon takes up the whole sky functionally.
Oh, the dragon!
Yeah.
Galaxy dragon.
So Sigmar's travels through the etheric void are interrupted as he is caught in the tail of the grand star dragon Dracothian. That picture actually in the reference is Dracothian catching the mortal realms, or him catching the world that was. That's what the like star is in between them. It's an artistic interpretation. So Dracothian catches the remains of the world that was, and he finds Sigmar. And
he's like, oh, that's crazy. I was not expecting anybody to be here.
Absolutely. And Dracothian basically communicates to him like nothing has ever come from beyond like the etheric void before. I've been around for as long as I can remember, and I don't know who you are.
So this is new.
Yeah, and I don't know what this like...
I've never interacted with anything before,
yeah.
Not that I know I could, so...
Well... Here's the kicker. Yeah. He's like, nothing's come from beyond the void before. And this thing that you're like traveling on is clearly like intensely powerful, but I have no idea what it is. Are you from the mortal realms? And Sigmar's like, what the hell is the mortal realms? I have known nothing for like endless eons except for this memory of this thing that I lost. And Dracothian says, oh.
Well, let me blow your fucking mind, my man.
The mortal realms. The old world was destroyed, and it was destroyed by the forces of chaos. And magic in the world of Warhammer is inherently a force of chaos. Chaos demons are made of magic. The chaos gods are made of magic. Magic draws chaos to places. It's a bad vibe.
Rancid. Vibes rancid.
Right.
Vibe check failed.
Right. Chaos as a whole is associated with the number 8.
Okay. Yep.
It's associated with the number 8 because when left to its own devices, magic tends to fracture into 8 components.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And those 8 components are in the old world how like human wizards and elvish wizards and whatnot would specialize when they were trying to learn magic. You can bend magic across its like fractured like domain, but it's very hard. So most people don't. Those are called the winds of magic. When the old world was destroyed by chaos, it's very hard to destroy magic. It can't really be done. Like, the Chaos Gods can subsume magic back into themselves, but that, A, process takes time, and B, they're going to fight over it.
And so they're not friends.
And so when the old world was destroyed, a lot of the magic innate to it got consumed by the Great Horned Rat, ascending into a true Chaos God.
I'm so mad that Chaos keeps winning over and over again, and it doesn't even have the power of friendship.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
They pretty explicitly have the power of not friends. But the magic that wasn't consumed by chaos shoots out into the void. It splinters and fractures as it is prone to do, and it drifts in the etheric void, much like the remains of the world that was. But magic's much faster.
Oh!
And it has a strong desire to recollect with itself. So magic scatters to all corners of the etheric void, and then it comes back. It
Just
finds
reconnects.
its way back to itself, back to its way of liking. And now, with nothing physical to like tether it to the world, each of the winds of magic mixes and co-mixes and intermingles with each other. And eventually, each one forms something physical.
Oh, I'm liking this.
Right? Each one forms land masses and plains and these vast worlds all their own. And that, these 8 worlds, each of them with a dominant aspect of the winds of magic, are the mortal realms.
Like realm, like planar system realms.
Yeah.
Like Fae and demon realm and realms.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
8 interconnected worlds suspended in the etheric void in grand harmony make up the mortal realms.
Chaos is gonna fucking hate this. There's the circles.
That's the mortal realms. Yeah.
Ooh.
You can see each hung in its appropriate place in the sky.
Okay, mortal realms. Is it a solar system or is it layers? Ooh. Or is it layers?
It's a little of both, which is going to be a very common phrase.
I was about to say, okay, bet.
So
They got moons.
they do have moons. Each of
Oh no, they got moons.
they have moons.
Which one are we?
All of them. Yeah. Each of the mortal realms, each realm is a flat plane, but they are all angled kind of in towards each other.
Okay.
And they are all like suspended in space. So they are planets, but they're disk planets, basically.
They're like Asgard in the Marvel movies.
100%. And they all of the mortal realms are hung in suspension around each other. And they all, this is important, they all face Hish and Ulgu, the realm of light and the realm of shadow, which are inexorably linked towards each other. You cannot have shadow without light. You cannot have light without shadow.
Yeah.
Hish and Ulgu serve as the day-night cycle for the mortal realms. When Hish is in front of Ulgu, it is day. When Ulgu is in front of Hish, it blots it out, and it is night. Yeah.
And the way they're angled, everyone experiences day and night at the same time? Because nothing is behind it.
Correct. The etheric void just stretches forever behind the realms. And also Dracothians out there.
And also the dragon.
Yeah. So those are the realms formed wholesale from the winds of magic
That's cool.
after they were scattered after the destruction of the old world.
That's cool.
Right? And they're not the only thing that survived. So Dracothian takes Sigmar to the mortal realms. And Sigmar is just, he's beside himself. He thought there was nothing and that there was going to be nothing forever, right? He had contented himself to just drifting alone for the rest of time. And he finds worlds, not just barren worlds, but lush, beautiful, vibrant worlds. Each of the mortal realms has a dominant wind of magic, but each one contains aspects of the other 7.
Oh, yeah.
And so near the center of each realm, it's Earth-like. It has mountains and trees and grasses and animals and people. Dracothian brings Sigmar to find humans.
Oh my god.
And Sigmar is, if he was beside himself when he found anything in the etheric void, seeing, and they're not his people. They don't know who he is.
Yeah.
It's not his empire, but they're
humans.
people. They're humans.
Yeah.
Sigmar,
Do they need civilization?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's the best. Do you need culture and civilization? I'm the best at that.
Right. Sigmar, who ascended to godhood over his ability to bring the people of his world together, finds humans again in need of leadership, and he is
He brings them together?
It brings them together. It is the most biggest, longest stretched out roller coaster of emotion ever, right? Of Sigmar just hitting his absolute lowest of despair, and then being brought again to a world that he can help, that he can do something in, that he can, again, like, be amongst people with. And so Dracothian brings him to Azyr. Azyr is the realm of the heavens. It is at the top of the mortal realms. Yep, 100%. During the end times, when the old world was being destroyed, I'm just going to mention this as an aspect of it because it's going to come up when we talk about other realms as well. One of the tactics that the people of the world attempted in trying to fight off chaos was creating what they called incarnates. One of the greatest wizards of the old world, a elf named Teclis, thought that by binding each of the winds of magic to a mortal person, it would starve the chaos gods of power and also let that person use the power of that wind like indeterminately to fight back against them. It didn't end up working for a couple of reasons.
You know, it's a good theory.
Yeah, it's a good theory. But one of the things that we're going to see like kind of echoed as we talk about each of the realms and like the winds and how they like formed and kind of the things that happen within the realms is that the winds remember their incarnates. Just a little bit. And they've taken on kind of something about them in each case.
Oh.
The incarnate of Azyr was Sigmar in the body of Karl Franz. But yep. And so Dracothian brings him to Azyr, and it's like he's home.
Aw, I'm so happy for him.
Right. It's a great time for Sigmar. I mean, he's got a lot of work to do, and it's not his world, right? There's a bit where he's completely startled by what he approaches what he thinks is like a faithful hunting hound to just like give it a pet, only to be surprised that it has a bird head.
Is it also a faithful hunting?
It is. It's a faithful hunting griffhound.
So it is a companion.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's a griffin hound, which are native to Azyr.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Azyr as the realm of the heavens. That is interpreted in both like a literal physical sense. There's a lot of wind magic and like lightning intermingled in Azyr, but also like kind of that divine celestial kind of thing. Like one of the interesting things about each of the realms is that in addition to its like physical properties, like Azyr has a lot of like sweeping mountains and like places where you can get high up to better experience the wind and the rain and the like heavens, basically.
Goats thrive there.
100%. 100%. They got cool goats in Azyr.
Hey.
They have griffhounds, which again are just dogs with bird features because sky.
The sky.
But each of the realms, both as an extension of its connection to like the person who was bonded with it during the end times, its incarnate, and as kind of an extension of what that wind represents in kind of like a metaphysical aspect, each realm has a psychological effect on the people who live there as well. People who are native to Azyr tend to be very high-minded and philosophical, tend to, partially because of their binding to Sigmar, they tend to form like companionships easily. They tend to try and work together to solve problems, but they can miss out on detail-oriented stuff. Sigmar was a god for most of his existence.
So focus on bigger picture thing.
If you can imagine kind of the Platonic ideal of like a Greek Parthenon.
Yeah.
Of just like a bunch of people like talking out problems and stuff, but then like, I don't know, the Mongols show up or whatever, and no one knows what to do about it. That's kind of where Azyr's at.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of high-minded philosophy and stuff. We'll talk about Sigmar and Dracothian again. Dracothian brings Sigmar down to Azyr, and he hangs the world that was in the sky above Azyr.
Whoa.
Yeah. He doesn't know what to do with it yet. Neither him nor Sigmar do. But they call it malice, and they hang it.
Rude.
Yeah, right. And they hang it in the sky above Azyr, and it'll be important later. But for now, it's just a moon of Azyr, basically.
It's a fun tool we'll use later.
Yeah, exactly. To Sigmar, it's a reminder that because even as Sigmar is like overjoyed in his finding of this new place to call home, this new place to uplift and help and like bring better lives to these people, the second thought he has is, how long do we have? Yeah. How long do we have till they're back?
How do people of Azyr feel about just looking up and being like, oh, there's a corpse of a dead world up there, huh?
Most of them don't know what it is. It just kind of looks like a hollowed out meteor.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But they're excited to meet Sigmar. He teaches them a bunch of, like, they had figured out, like, hunting and, like, cooking food and, like, structure building and stuff. But but Sigmar shows up and he's like...
He goes full on Prometheus.
Yeah, like, hello, let me teach you about, like... steel smithing. And he starts the long process of bringing Azyr back into... Generally, I'm going to talk a little bit about Sigmar. Generally, we like Sigmar.
Generally.
He's a cool guy. He's the god of civilization. He likes uplifting people, his purpose for existence is bringing people together in a way where their strengths can elevate each other and their weaknesses can be covered. He can be a bit zealous.
Oh.
Because he was mortal once. He attained his godhood by uniting the human tribes, and sometimes that was negotiation, and sometimes it wasn't. And one of the things I think is really interesting about AOS's setting is that when a mortal ascends to godhood, I feel like fiction, especially fantasy fiction, when it does that, when it takes a mortal character and it turns them into a god, especially in the mold of someone like Dr. Manhattan, right? It has a tendency to be like, yeah, they like their whole brain changes because they're a god now. Like it reframes how they see the world. AOS doesn't do that. Sigmar's the same guy he was.
He's a dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's disconnected a little bit. He hasn't felt the fear of being alive. He hasn't felt like need the same way that a mortal has. But he can still be angry. He can still like get kind of too invested in a project. And he gets a little bit of pushback from the people of Azyr when he kind of tries to make it into the Empire again.
I was gonna ask, so we were talking about like, oh, he's the like, god of civilization, united all the tribes so they could be stronger and better together. But then how does he feel about like, because then you're like, he made an empire, which is a very Western European white colonial thing to do. So how do we feel about the people who are perfectly fine operating their own civilization without empire?
Yeah, and we're going to see some conflict with that, where, like I said, Sigmar, generally we like Sigmar, but he can be a little my way the highway, partially because of his mortal like life, and partially because
he watched the entire world
Yes,
die.
yeah,
He's got a civilization. He watched every civilization get wiped out.
And to Sigmar's credit, I'll give him this one in the bag. During the time of the Old World, there was a lot of hostility between different peoples. The Empire fought a lot. The Empire guarded its borders against like peoples from the outside pretty zealously, and it was very, very rare for like lizards didn't work with anyone. Humans didn't, like humans begrudgingly worked with dwarves maybe sometimes if they had to, and did not work with elves. It was a very hostile environment in the old world because everyone was kind of looking out for themselves. To Sigmar's credit, he has that second thought, right, of like, chaos is coming, we have to do something about it. And his third thought is, what can we do better
That we didn't have before.
We have to work together. My like predisposition to bring people together cannot just extend to humans.
It has to go farther.
Yeah, I need to bring everyone together, even when we don't agree. Like, and I'll give him that to his credit. Like,
I like that. The Shadowhunter books by Cassandra Clare. It's like urban fantasy. It's like our world, but there is like the secret shadow world where there's like this class of like warriors blessed by the angels to fight demons, but there's also like warlocks and werewolves and vampires and fae, and so all of these, they're called the downworlders. They are all inherently connected to demons because like the Shadowhunters are humans who were given a magic goblet to drink out of by an angel, and now they have angelic powers. Downworlders are like a warlock is the product of a demon and a human. Not good. Vampires and werewolves are humans that were infected by a demonic virus and became this other race. And then the fae are the product of angels and demons. So you have the world we have where everything like worked out because the first Shadowhunter, Jonathan Shadowhunter, rallied all the humans, and not all, but like got a Shadowhunter race, and then was able to get them to work together with the Downworlders. And they were able to push back the demons who were invading. There's like chaos. They just want to destroy every world, and built up walls. Later book in a series, the characters go to an alternate world, a different world that is completely destroyed, because in this world, Jonathan Shadowhunter was not a uniter. He only focused on the Shadowhunters, which left the Downworlders to side with their demonic ancestry, and everything crumbled.
Yeah, I think that, again, and then when we talk about like Age of Sigmar presenting an opportunity to like kind of change the narratives that we tell about stuff, I'm going to say some stuff that's going to make people who really like the old world very mad. The old world was created in the 80s. It had a lot of stuff that was rooted in very kind of like nationalistic tropes and tropes of the other. Darian knows this about me. I know this about Darian. I'm a big fan of an orc. I love
Dalton is orc boy.
Yeah. I love how we talk about people who are different from us and how we work to rectify tropes of like the othering of people, right? And orcs are a great example of that because like Tolkien set the standard. Orcs are just like kind of mindless monsters in Lord of the Rings.
You need a horde monster. You
Yeah.
need a horde fight. You just need an army. You don't need to think too much about it.
Yep.
You need some sort of creature where heroes can slay and don't feel
Yep.
bad about it.
100%.
You have alien zombie robots in Marvel movies.
Yep.
They're clones, they're replicants. They're not real. You can just kill them. Don't worry about it. But eventually you have to step back and be like, but if they're alive and they can organize like this, then they can't. They aren't monsters. They aren't monsters, but who gets called a monster? Sorry, Dalton.
No, I've
Please
like
take
that's
that back.
that's exactly where I'm going. Like one of the things that Azyr Sigmar does differently, and that again, like in the narrative, Sigmar addresses practically at a meta level, is saying like one of the like pivotal moments in the war against chaos that got the old world destroyed was a betrayal by someone within the Empire to defecting to the side of chaos because of like that internal hostility. And Sigmar thinks back on that and says like, even people that we like considered monsters in my time, even people that we did not like working with because we thought them too other in my time, we have to do better than that.
I don't know, man. Maybe if you had the Empire hadn't pretended that the rat people didn't existed and
Right,
instead had like worked together to get. Clearly, they were under an abusive regime. Maybe if we offered them like an alternative, maybe we wouldn't have a fifth chaos god.
Maybe would have helped. Maybe would have helped. So that's one of the thoughts on Sigmar's mind. Is he starts uplifting the people of Azyr. He gets a little. I'm gonna make a wild reference. He gets a little Princess Bubblegum. where it's just kind of
that
like,
you just let me know exactly who he is. I now fully and completely understand Sigmar in a way I didn't 6 seconds ago.
It's like he's like, here, I'm going to teach you how to do like Steel Foundry, and they're like, can we use it to do this thing? And he's like, I guess you could. I kind of wish you'd do it like this thing though.
Yeah, like, you could. I'm not. You asked if you could, and you could.
Yeah. What if you looked more like the longswordsman I knew from the Empire? Even though you have no connection to that idea.
But it made me feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Is that Sigmar? No, put it down.
Yeah,
put
right.
It down.
And Dracothian keeps him in check a little bit. Not like an aggressive way, just in a like...
Are they friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dracothian and Sigmar really like each other.
Yeah.
They actually like adventure together a little bit after.
I was about it's like keep in check, because I know when you know your friend's being kind of out of pocket and you have to like put your hand on your shoulder and be like, my guy.
Yep. 100%.
I love you. You know I would die for you. I'm about to kill you right now, though, if you don't get your act together.
So Sigmar uplifts the people of Azyr. He does some, a thing I get to talk about that's really neat. God beasts. This is not a non sequitur, I promise it's related. In the same way that magic is very durable, it's hard to just like get rid of. Also, souls are very hard to get rid of. You can destroy a soul in Age of Sigmar, which sucks. Yeah, it's wild. We know of at least, there's only one person I can think of off the top of my head whose soul has been like de facto destroyed in Age of Sigmar. But part of the reason there are humans in the mortal realms is because when the old world was destroyed, a lot of souls just like chewed into space. And they found their way back into like the soil of the mortal realms, and like humans evolved again, basically. They weren't created.
Same soul.
The souls got like...
Is this a reincarnation thing?
Kind of. I'm going to make another food metaphor.
I love a food metaphor.
If you imagine like each individual person is like a cup.
Okay.
And their soul is water in that cup. What happened during the end times is basically you pour all those cups back into a bucket, and then you slosh the bucket, and then you pour the bucket back into the cups. So the soul
like
material,
the energy from
the soul material is the same, but it's new people basically. And
like they couldn't remember a past life. Like there is no remembering of the world that was. It's like the soul material is like the energy essence that was the soul is now just being used to power new things, but it's not the same that belonged to someone else.
Those people live on in kind of an abstract way of like they're new people spread across a lot of people. Like the soul persists. It's better if you think of it as like energy almost.
Yeah. I am thinking of it.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. So how much is this gonna super derail what we are on? I feel like my job here is to
go
do
for
that
it.
a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
absolutely.
Okay. So is it just human soul?
Good question.
Because elves are immortal.
Yes. Sigmar only finds humans on Azyr. Of the sentient races, he only finds humans on Azyr.
Okay, but Azyr. Azyr is not all the mortal realms. It's
Correct.
just the one that was the wind magic that is the heavens.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's the one that Sigmar, god of humans, was incarnate of.
Yeah.
So We don't have like an official confirmation. There's a lot of speculation, but it's likely that most human souls kind of like gravitated towards Azyr because of the connection to Sigmar.
Okay. And then so it's the human souls of every human that ever lived or died.
The vast majority. Some got trapped in the realm of chaos.
Okay. So it's like so the soul energy of someone that died eons before.
Yeah.
Or like before Sigmar united everybody, their soul is also there subscribing the energy.
Yes.
So it's not just the people who died in the chaos rapture.
Correct.
Not chaos rapture. The entropy.
Yeah. The end times.
The end
is
times.
the official. Yeah.
End times. Good. End times. Capital E, capital T.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Which means that soul energy went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know where it went?
We do. So some of it became what we know as god beasts.
That's what we were getting to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not a big derailment. It's all connected. So a god beast is exactly what it sounds like. It's a little bit of like wayward soul that like can't quite like come back to whatever it was. A little bit of like spare divinity maybe sloshing around, manifesting into in a very just like evolving of its own accord way, manifesting into basically like a unique creature.
Okay.
Dracothian is a god beast.
Oh.
Yeah. Dracothian is probably made up of like a lot of dragon souls. Like a lot of dragons died during the end times just like anybody else.
Yeah.
He's probably made up of like excess divinity from like whatever was going on there. There were like other lesser gods in the world that was, but none of them survived. And so like a lot of that probably contributed to the god beasts we have.
Okay.
A lot of them aren't great. Like Dracothian's cool.
Yeah, we like Dracothian.
But Azyr has god beasts who use their power to like lord it over others.
Oh, that's not cool.
Right. We have tyrants. We have just like big destructive monsters that are god beasts. Some god beasts aren't even sentient. Some god beasts are literally just giant monsters. And so one of the things that Sigmar does while he's on Azyr is he and Dracothian team up and they get rid of some god beasts.
They adventure time some god beasts.
Yeah, 100%. One of those god beasts is Ymnir, who is the forefather of all giants.
Bet.
He is the size of a continent. He's so big. There's an excellent picture of Sigmar slaying Ymnir, which he did.
Hey.
That is just Sigmar framed like a speck against just a massive eye, which is incredible.
Polyphemus vibes there.
Oh, it's incredible. Oh my gosh. How have I gotten this far into talking about Age of Sigmar, into talking about Warhammer, without mentioning the Warhammer? The hammer that the setting is named after.
No, my job should have been at the top of the last episode, ask you, Dalton, why is it called Warhammer? But the thing about that is if I ask it ruins my running bit of like, I think Warhammer is this. So I'm not allowed to know, actually. You can't tell me.
We could keep doing that bit.
Okay.
So, because I was thinking about that picture, the way that Sigmar and Dracothian allow people to like spread out and like live more safely. Sigmar's strong. He's a god.
Yeah.
But god beasts are on a pretty equivalent level a lot of the time.
God beast.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
And the main thing that Sigmar has in this favor is his weapon from when he was a human.
What?
Yep. It is called Galmaraz, which is a cool hammer name. I think. I like it.
I'm sorry. The loud blinking was me being like, oh, it's not Mjolnir, but it is a hammer, and it's got a cool name, too, so don't worry
You're not wrong.
And he does have lightning powers. Don't worry about it. Yes, Thor's god of thunder. Don't worry about it.
He's a lot less of a drunken brawler than Thor. We'll give him that.
No, like, honestly, when I saw the picture earlier, my brain, I was picturing just a thing my brain conjured up for Sigmar. Yeah. I was very, like, I had given him a very, I would say Lancelot, King Arthur-esque vibe, and I look at this man, and I'm like, that's Thor! So
he's got the vibe a little bit, yeah.
He's got a Thor vibe.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you want to flip to I'm forgetting my own slideshow. If you want to flip to the next slideshow, it has pictures of Azyr. It has pictures, to be clear, it has pictures of Azyr as it is now, which is mostly city.
Okay.
It is the domain of the god of civilization.
We keep saying civilization. Do we mean Western European civilization definition?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, though not necessarily. He was more that in the old world. Now he's more just the concept of like people coming together to cover each other's weaknesses and promote each other's strengths. He's a lot more broad than he used to be.
So if there were like a group of humans that were like on Azyr and they're like, but we really like our nomadic lifestyle where we don't build permanent structures, but we have our own civilization in which we have like language and art and tools and storytelling.
Old Sigmar wouldn't have been chill. New Sigmar probably won't like it, but he's not going to like make him change.
He's not going to invade.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Cool.
Yeah.
But there's no canonical evidence of that existing.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it was introduced, it wouldn't seem so out of pocket.
No, not at all.
All right, cool. I can live with that.
Yeah. And Azyr has the effect on people that they like to kind of like coalesce in that way because incarnate of Sigmar.
Yeah. It's very cool. Obviously,
Right.
very gold. I was picturing, gold, white, marble. But the blue, I wasn't expecting the blue. I like the jewel tone of the blue.
Yeah.
It's just blue and color, like, theme. But it's very inviting. It's not like harsh red
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. A lot of the like blue of the sky and kind of those white silver tones. Yeah, 100%. So Sigmar and Dracothian clean up Azyr, so to speak. Sigmar helps people kind of get their footing and is like, cool, here's how you build cities. I'm going to leave you to it for a little while because that second thought at the back of my head of when is chaos going to show up has gotten inignorably loud, and I need to do something
My brain is
about
screaming all the time.
Yep. And I need to start preparing for when that gets worse. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to commit to my like third thought that I'm going to need to make allies with people that I wouldn't normally. And I'm going to pick the people I think might be here from the old world who might have survived that I wouldn't get along with normally. And I'm going to try and find them first.
That's so not even like someone that we work together a little bit, maybe like literally like I'm going to start at the hardest one.
Yes.
Because I'm really going to commit to this.
Yes.
Oh, Sigmar!
Right? And the first person he goes looking for, and if you can hear the uptick in excitement in my voice, it's because Sigmar went looking for the gods of the orcs.
Oh my. Oh, okay. The orcs weren't something that the old ones made.
Correct.
What? Oh my god! So they just like lived in the world that was. Like they were like dragons.
Kind of.
Okay.
We don't know where the orcs came from.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next time.
Yep.
Okay. I'll hold.
But yeah, this has been episode 1 talking about Azyr. Thank you so much for joining us, listeners. I hope that you have had as much fun as I have. As always, I am Dalton Montgomery, your resident Warhammer aficionado.
And I am Darian Smart. And I'm pretty sure if you asked Sigmar, can we build it, he would say, yes, we can.